Om Shanti, 23rd January 1977. Indra's gathering in the court of Indra has been praised. Indra means the one who constantly showers the shower of knowledge, the one who changes the jungle of thorns into a garden. Such a gathering of Indra is praised as a gathering of angels, that is, the ones who are always flying. The wings of the angels are well known. Only angels and not human beings can reside in the court of Indra. Human beings are those who do not consider themselves to be souls, but consider themselves to be human, that is, to be bodies. Such body conscious ones cannot reside in the court of Indra. The resident of court of Indra can immediately detect the bad odor of body consciousness. Do you consider yourselves to be the residents of the court of Indra, the angels of Indraprasth, who are far removed from the bad odor of the body? Are your wings of Gyan and Yoga strong? Even if you wish to fly, if your wings are not strong, you keep coming down. Do you always remain body consciousness? That is, beyond the world of the old body and old relationships? Do you remain beyond these in an elevated stage? There isn't the slightest bit of body consciousness, that is, the bad odor of being a human, is there? Body conscious ones cannot reside in the court of Indra. Do you experience body consciousness to be a very bad odor? Just as you move away from a bad odor, or you adopt a method to remove it, in the same way, do you adopt methods to remove body consciousness? This is not an ordinary gathering. This is an alaukic gathering. This is a gathering of angels. Do you experience yourself to be an angel? Are you able to stabilize yourself in a stage beyond this world of bodies? In your original stage in 1 second? Do you know how to perform this drill? Whenever and wherever you choose, are you able to stabilize yourself in that stage for as long as you choose? Today at Amrit Vela, Bap Dada was looking at the children's drill. What did he see? Those who arrived to practice drill were arriving number-wise on the whistle of time. There were many who arrived, but Baba saw 3 types of children. One were those who were just spending time. Second were those who were following the discipline. And third were those who were fulfilling their love. Each one's pose was different. There were very few who took the intellect up above and who became like the Father and celebrated a meeting. Those who came to practice spiritual drill wished to practice the drill, but they were unable to do so. What was the reason for that? Just as nowadays, in order to practice physical drill, you need lightness, not grossness, because grossness is heaviness. In the same way, in this spiritual drill, there were many with different types of heaviness. That is, many with a gross intellect. Just as there are different kinds of heavy bodies, in the same way there are various types of heaviness in souls. If a photo were to be taken by an alaukic camera, or if you were to see the various poses in the place of mirrors, you would be very amused. Just as in your world, there is very amusing game of various poses. In the same way, there is a lot of laughter there also. Would you like to see this amusing game? There were many who were unable to mold themselves because of their heaviness. Instead of going up, they kept coming down. Instead of experiencing the seed stage, they were getting caught in the upheavals of the expansion of the tree. That is, in the tree of many thoughts. Baba is telling you about the poses of those with a gross intellect. They sit in order to have a heart-to-heart conversation. But instead of that, they sit with a whole file of complaints about themselves and the other souls. They sit to experience the flying stage. But they show a lot of talent for making excuses. They come to Bap Dada to lighten their burden. However, Because they do not follow Baba's Srimat, instead of lighting their burden, they take on themselves the burden of many types of disobedience of Srimat. Bap Dada saw the scenes of souls with many types of burden. The scene of those who just follow the discipline was also very amusing. Do you know what that is? Instead of singing praise in front of the Father, instead of attaining all powers from the Father, the attainment of sleep has greater attraction for them. There is semi-intoxication. They are looking forward to the time finishing. Instead of love for the Father, there is greater love for the intoxication of sleep. What is the reason for this? It is heaviness in the soul, that is grossness. Nowadays, doctors ask people to reduce their physical grossness, that is, to lose weight, to become lighter. In the same way, Brahmin souls have weight, that is, a gross intellect. Remove this burden and become those with a subtle intellect. This is a special transformation that is needed at the present time. Only then will you become the angels of the court of Indra. What is the most elevated method to remove grossness? Precaution in diet and exercise. When taking precautions, the quantity is also fixed. In the same way, let there be the exercise of the intellect, becoming bodiless again and again. Thoughts are the food for the intellect. Let there be precaution in that. Whichever food of thought is required, whenever it is required, only accept that at that time. Do not take extra food of waste thoughts. So there should be the precaution of not taking the food of waste thoughts. Self-control is needed for precaution. Otherwise, you will not be able to have complete precaution. Self-control means wherever and whenever you need to apply your intellect, you should be able to apply it. Only then will you become those with a subtle intellect. Subtlety is greatness. Just as lightness of body adds to the personality of a person, in the same way subtlety of the intellect and lightness of the soul is the personality of Brahmin life. So what do you have to do now? Finish the many varieties of grossness. Baba will speak about the details of grossness at another time, about what the different varieties of grossness are. There are many different varieties of burdens also, and Baba will tell you about those at another time. So what is the news of today's drill? To finish the burdens. Have the aim of finishing these and become an angel, that is, make yourself light. To such angels of the court of Indra, to those who became the residents of the land beyond within a second, to those who always become like the Father and celebrate the meeting with the Father, to those with a subtle intellect, that is, to the great souls, Bap Dada's love and remembrance and Namaste.